All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the channel. So here we go. We got a new update last night. We are now running FSD 13.2.9. So it went from 13.2.8 to 13.2.9. So probably a minor update, but it has been almost exactly 3 months since we got an update for FSD, and so we're gonna roll out this morning real quick and kind of just see what we have going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started from where I'm at here. I'm going to leave home here and start heading up to work, and we'll run some full self-driving here on a newer update. And like I said, it's been about 3 months since Tesla has updated full self-driving. Um, so we're going to go ahead and try to kind of quickly see here. So from here to when I get on the interstate, and then already have a little issue there. It slowed down for some reason. It's actually done that before, so that's not a 13.2.9 issue. Some mornings it will slow down like that in that spot. I don't know if it thinks it sees something in the road or not, but yeah. So it's been about 3 months since Tesla has sent us an update, and like I was saying, so I made a video yesterday that involved driving through Denver rush hour traffic. Here's me. I guess I hadn't been paying attention necessarily too much on X and did not realize that they were pushing out this 13.2.9 update. And so I'm up doing my thing up in Denver, realize on my phone that there's a software update, see that there's um, a full self-driving update as well. So I got excited. And it's funny because I just made that video going through rush hour, which is totally fine because at this point, I don't know if this is going to be anything major that's happening with this update versus what we already have because the release notes don't say much. Um, it's the exact same release notes that 13.2.8 had. So they threw out this update at this point. And I was watching video last night. I believe it was Dirty Tesla was talking about this. On X, everybody's been, where's an update? Where's the update? Where's an update? Like it's been, like I said, it's been 3 months, right? And finally, Tesla responded with a cooking emoji, or a cooking emoji, in one of the responses in terms of full self-driving. So everybody's getting excited, thinking, okay, here we go. So what are we getting, right? Are we getting version 14? Are we getting unsupervised? What level here are we at? And then they drop a point update, right? Basically from dot two dot not to dot nine, right? Like so nothing. I don't think anything major, but we'll see real quick here as we drive towards the interstate, and then as we get on, see if anything can notice anything different from it. But at this point, full self-driving is almost pretty flawless. And so we're in terms of the little quirks. I mean, I guess we just saw a little quirk back there on the road that it either saw something or wanted to stop, and so it was stopping. But we're gonna roll through here and try to see. So it's actually taking me the way I like to go, which is good. I'm gonna actually see if I can maybe take us a different way too. Okay. Turn here and maybe I'm gonna try to get us a different way though too. So I'm gonna try to add a stop. Um, I try to add this McDonald's stop to try to force us into a different way to go. So I can go I want to go that back way. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do. And especially because right up there where this is going to turn, there's a lane closure. So I might kind of want to see how this is going to act with that lane closure as well. Yeah, so here we are. We're just, like I said, we're sun sticking out back of that truck. Let's put a little red flag on it, buddy. Um, um, yeah, so rolling with this update. So got it installed last night. So fresh first, exactly first drive. Rolling out here. I'm gonna hit the release notes button here real quick. As we're kind of cruising here up the road. Um, but yeah, so version 13.2.9, and this is the 14.6 update as well. So it went from 14.1 to 14.6, adding in the full self-driving keys to this. But like I said, the release notes I don't believe are any different than the .2.8 notes. So no one's not really sure exactly what we're getting with this. Like I said, we're still running full self-driving supervised, so we're not to the unsupervised world yet. And that's exactly what people were kind of hoping, and that's what we were going to probably get, especially when Tesla says that they're cooking. So what big is coming? And maybe there's something else coming pretty soon. That could be the other thing as well. So, if it drop a quick little update to prep cars to get ready for the next update, I don't know. Would that be version 14? Right? I guess only at this point Tesla knows. But we do have a lane closure up here. They're doing some work on this road, especially right where we're going to turn. That's why it forced us to added to stop at McDonald's. Not really stopping there, but it forces us off the road because right here, as it says, left lane is closed ahead. And then it's going to be a quick turn in too to make that turn. So hopefully traffic's not stupid right there, because I'm not going to back up traffic necessarily. So we'll get up here and we'll see. But they're doing a lot of work on this road. This road needs some work in terms of paving and whatnot. A lot of potholes and those things. All my videos, basically, not all of them, but a lot of them come this route. So it's my big test route, I suppose, of trying to see. So here we go. We got the lane closures. Might take us into the McDonald's parking lot and then continue our trip too. Might as well. I left about 5 minutes early, so at least no cars in this turn lane, but it's got to get over into this turn lane. There we go. Perfect. So, and a flashing yellow here. Not sure if it's going to go or not. Yeah, there we're going to go. Good. Especially with trucks blocking the view and the construction equipment blocking the view as well. Then we're going to turn into this McDonald's real quick as well, and then we'll get out of here. Like I said, I just kind of want to see. I do stop here a lot though. Made videos from this point. And then autopilot aborted for camera visibility. I'm sure that's sunshine. So there's one little piece. That sun is bright. I'll tell you that. So I'll get us turned around here. So there's something that hasn't really happened before necessarily. Ooh, okay. Continue trip. All right, let's get out of here. So there's something a little different. Like I said, I haven't seen that happen before. I mean, I guess I've seen it. I've seen it having say take over immediately, but I think that was partly because of the sun. It's 6:53 in the morning. Sun's shining right at the cameras. Probably more likely this camera. So we've got cars here on our left that are coming off of the main road here. So we're gonna make this turn here. Interesting lane choice because it's gonna want to get back over. There it goes. We'll go through this kind of like weird little roundabout over here as well. See if it has any issues there. It doesn't typically. Excuse me. So, like I said, at this point, we're really end to end, except for a couple of moments. Funny, we got a couple little weird quirks here today, on this drive at least. But in the end, it's pretty good, in terms of what you want it to do. Making it through this little oval-shaped roundabout. Does a really good job with that. So, and that's a very weird roundabout. So it's hard to, I don't know, it's really probably difficult to see that on camera. But when roundabouts are usually circular, and this one's very much a long oval type of roundabout. So it's a quick curve and then straight and then quick curve. But it's done a great job every single time going through that, and even way back from previous versions when it's running that. So, but we are approaching the interstate up here. So we'll do a little merge on, make sure everything's good, and then it'll probably speed up the rest of the video at that point. But this is 13.2.9, so it's, like I said, new update finally. I'll show you if you, right, full self-driving supervised software, 13.2.9 on the 14.6 update that just came in as well. There's a little blue dot here on the dash cam button, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. Maybe once we get on the interstate, I'll pull up the release notes again, see if there was anything in there about anything that could be new, or even at this stoplight. Let's pop up here. Usually when you get the blue dots, it'll typically tell you. I wonder if that's under safety. Dash cam. For the release notes as we're sitting here at this light. It's really just about full self-driving on this update, so I'm not exactly sure why there's a blue dot. If anybody knows what's new there with the dash cam, leave a comment, let me know, because I'm not 100% sure, based on what I read last night and then even this morning. So usually, like I said, if there's something new, it's going to have a blue dot over here too, is what I've seen recent, or more so, to let you know there's a new feature. But there's some type of update to the dash cam. I don't know what it is. If you know, because you read better than I do, go ahead and leave a comment below. So we're merging onto the interstate here. Nice quick little merge, which is good. And we should be able to get over one more lane, and then we'll be rolling. Don't see any type of traffic this morning because it's the normal hour I leave. So this should be a pretty simple, easy drive this morning. But that's 13.2.9. Update for you. Like I said, 3 months before we finally got this update. We've all been sitting on 13.2.8 for a pretty long time at this point. So that's the ride. I'm going to speed it up from here to kind of probably end out the video, so you can just like cruise along with me. Something does pop up, I guess I'll interrupt and see. But if not, I'll see you next time. Subscribe to the video, or subscribe to the channel, give the video a like as well, and then I'll see you next time. All right, take care, everybody. Now you're picking back up with me here, so we just got off the interstate, so could possibly be a little little navigation bug or something like that, because usually I don't get off here when I'm going to work. So I don't know if that's a I don't think that's an FSD issue, more of a car navigation issue, because I was just looking. So I was like, hey, maybe there's a bunch of traffic a little further north, because I should have gone about a few more miles up the interstate, and then got off on the exit I usually get off on up there. But it got me off a little early. So yeah, usually I would keep going right about here and then go. But it got me off here. We're gonna go around, which is good. So let's come along with me here and let's chat then, I guess. But I was looking at the highway cameras, because I have an app that cover those here in Colorado, and it does not look like there's any issues um, that are up that way. So I'm not sure exactly why it got me off of the interstate right here, um, which is very interesting to me. Let's check one more time. Yeah, the interstate looks perfectly clear. So yeah, in my head, I'm going, oh, there's an accident or a bunch of traffic, road construction, whatever, something might be going on, and that's why we got off. But so little hiccup there. Again, I don't. That's not an FSD hiccup necessarily. I don't think. But if that is, let me know. But big navigation hiccup there, because there's no reason to get off right here. If I could have kept going, but we'll go. Let's have a conversation, and let's keep the video rolling a little bit. Um, see what goes on here. There used to be it was always funny up here when you come up this road, and here's a good positive thing. It finally fixed itself. But right about, where was it? It was by I think it was like right here. When you were coming up this road right here, so we're going past like the In-N-Out Burger here in Colorado Springs. On the navigation side of things, so I'd be coming up this road. Oh, nope, go back. And it would want me to turn here and make a quick U-turn, like right here, and then go back up. Right? Makes absolutely no sense. Not like the road just ends right here, and then you have to turn. And so I'd have to always disengage, get past that part, or else it was going to turn, and literally like within 10 feet try to make a U-turn to get back onto this exact same road. And so I would have to disengage, get past that. Navigation would adapt. So hopefully doing that, because I don't know if anybody else have Teslas here in this city, had this issue coming up this street here, which is called Run Voyager. Yeah. But wanting to make that turn and make a quick U-turn like that, which is always very. And there you go too, right there. Like put the blinker on, wanting to get over. And still, we're not 0.3 miles. We're going to get over 10. this is going to get right back over because it's just going to go literally within a quarter of a mile. We're going to turn. See? Yeah. So right here. So there's an issue right here. It seems like because right there is where it would want me to do that little quick U-turn, and even though the road is fine and you can go through it, but then right there, yeah, getting over and getting back over. So there's still some type of navigation issue in that area, which is very interesting. So we're gonna drive straight, almost straight into the sun here. See if we have any issues like we did down there at the McDonald's on the south side of the city, where it wanted me to take over because of probably a visibility issue with the camera that's up here. So let's kind of see how this goes. But if you're curious, right there's the big In-N-Out distribution center in Colorado Springs. I don't know if you're an In-N-Out person, little California people. Built that distribution center right next to the restaurant, or the restaurant that's just a little bit down the road. So we're gonna drive straight into the sun here and see if we have that issue. Okay, doesn't look like we had that issue there, so that's good. Maybe because we were going a little bit slower and the sun was like baking right onto it. Could have been the reason, but no way to tell, right? I'm not the AI that's sitting in this thing to know why, but they have this lane back open. This lane's been closed for a while because they're working on this fire station right here. The red light, green light. Have another light up ahead. Green light. So whole stop and go type of action there on both those lights. Get around the crane here or something. That's like a cherry picker or whatever. Big one. Same deal. But going at a good speed around it though, at least, so it's not like trying to 60 miles an hour, so it's still 10 under. I mean, this truck up here is still going slow too, but still going slow. I don't know, maybe we might get around them. Who knows? A little windy up here too. Always. So yeah, kind of taking the back way around what I usually go to get to work, which is interesting. So like I said, I don't think there was anything on the interstate, so that was a huge navigation error. Is that caused by FSD? Is that caused by just the update that came in? I'm not sure if there was a navigation update. I don't know if that tells you. Um, I mean, it could. I mean, it doesn't tell you when, obviously, but there's the navigation data or the software numbers. So it's interesting. But we'll get up to this light and then I'll stop the video because then we'll just drop right into work. The, kind of the very extreme northeast end of Colorado Springs. You keep going, you start driving up to the country parts, I guess they call Black Forest, and headed that way up Highway 83. But this is the very more extreme northeast end of the city. We'll get up here and we'll stop. But so yeah, jump back in there. So I hope you enjoyed a little bit of that fast drive, sped up part. But once we got off and realized I was getting over to get off, I was saying that I probably should have a conversation about maybe what just happened a little bit here. Um, so interesting, but a couple little weird quirks today. So that's interesting. I mean, yeah, new update, but from the get go, um, driving out of my neighborhood there with a little quirk in the road, and then the issue down there at the McDonald's, probably with the sun hitting the camera, and then that right there. So that's three real big little They're not huge necessarily, but three little weird issues that just came up. So, but anyway, again, I'll say it again. So, thanks for coming along for my ride. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.